Hello, my name is Dr. Marlene Merritt, and I am talking to you, the person who is super tired all the time. And you've probably been tired for a really long time. And you've probably seen a lot of doctors who've run a lot of tests, and some of them you had to pay out of pocket for, and you still don't have an answer. And it's not your thyroid, you're not anemic, and at some point the doctors just kind of shrug their shoulders and they don't know what's going on. And then maybe at some point you might see a specialist and they say, well, you have chronic fatigue syndrome, which honestly drives me crazy because that's not a diagnosis. That's like a description of your symptoms. You're like, well, no kidding. And so here's the thing is there is actually an answer to what's going on with you, and mostly they just haven't found it. You have other things going on too, which don't fit into their diagnoses. Like you might have a bunch of pain problems, like chronic pain, and that's a separate thing. You might have sleep issues. You might be having like digestive problems. You might have brain issues, like your memory is really poor, and you're not as sharp now as you used to be. Like you live in a brain fog, and you can't figure out what's going on. And you're worried about all those things, but all they're doing is looking at your fatigue. And they can't factor in everything else. And here's the deal. If you don't get better with whatever treatment they're giving you, whether it's supplements, whether it's some medication, if you don't get better, then they don't have the right diagnosis, because you can actually get better. There is an answer to this. It's possible that this answer is something called chronic inflammatory response syndrome, which you can see on our site and we've written a bunch about. And if this is something that when you read through this, it sounds like you, I want you to call us, because we can actually walk you through a screening process, see if this is what's going on with you, tie all of your symptoms together, and actually see if this is what it is. And if it is, then we can actually do something about it. There is actually hope for you. So please don't give up. If you have had chronic fatigue and you have a whole bunch of other health issues and you can't figure out why you're having these troubles and you're too young to be having these troubles, or you've had these troubles for decades, please call us. Please let us screen you and see if you've got CIRS.